Hello, and that's hello, and back. People have wondered here where they noticed in Unreal 2 it had a black protagonist. There was no way of changing the avatar. He was actually that worked out by the Americans as they built the game, leading us back to racism coming out of all of that upwards and asking the question of this game which was brushed on before, and where it's been brushed on up to a point. Here is that Madam Joni from the American Tourist Board and little Kevy to explain what this is up to. Well, hello, and hello to all of you. Hello, I'm Jimmy. I'm going to try. Oh, that's rude word. I'll do this bit, I think, little Kevy. Right, so we've got up to this point with what we're doing, and it says this to me, to you, and are we doing that or not? We don't know for sure. I've come along to explain that, not a complaint so much, but and actually what that is. So I put together a little chart diagram thing to do, and just for a moment, yeah? Okay, all right. So now, what are we doing? All right, what are we doing? So the next thing is that's the question, how I'm answering this. Basically, it starts with the Spectrum computer, the ZX Spectrum PC Journey. What that did was have this game, which is Daley Thompson's Decathlon. And he was depicted as a white running man, only on the Spectrum one. And this was brought up to a controversy, which came across, and went over here to a controversy game, Cannibal Island, which is up here, which was considered controversially racist, still is. This was redirected in a way, controversy, and then predicted across it. Oh, we won't do that again with, oops, we made a mistake, everyone's a Wally here. That was this little mistake, you see. And it predicts some games, the open world game here, Midwinter 2, which is kind of off of Far Cry and kind of off of the other ones, and which I've missed doing. And then it conducts over there to Magic Knight, which relays, it's kind of Snoopy looking, and maybe oops again, which squashes that over there to head over heels. Again, all Spectrum games. Which interprets back over Spectrum ways to School Days and Paperboy, going over to what's contemporary, multiracial in a way, which is basketball and boxing. So there's the Spectrum going onto the PC. And here we have an active ratio ergonomic based on that, which is characterizing racial stereotyping from James Bond to Indiana Jones. Racial profiling becomes Mario and Tomb Raider. And then racial typecasting becomes Prince of Persia and Assassin's Creed. This then becomes racial stereotyping brought on by Grand Theft Auto and Watch Dogs. Racial characterization comes on to Unreal 2, John Dalton, which we just seen, and in Dead Island, the character B, which you can be. This then cycles around into a racial action, possibly, and then an inactive racial agenda, which might happen. That might not happen, little Kevy. So now, what's next? The ergonomic conclusion which that has from that realization is the Pikachu, Pokemon, they're ergonomically safe. They're safeguarded by whatever's going on. And Sonic the Hedgehog, who is also okay. They're both safe realizations. This is the answer to that question, which we've realized here. If you want to read that, you'll have to freeze it. I haven't got a lot of time. Not a lot of time, really. You have to freeze it. Racism isn't. It's basically Avatar. Avatar is safeguarding, projecting on that level. But you're right. Before they did that, there was E.T., and this is apocryphal beforehand in discussion. E.T. used to rule, but where he looks like a monkey, and that was possibly derogatory or not. Donkey Kong and King Kong used to be his baggage, the apocryphal monkey baggage of E.T., and then King Kong's apocryphal scale baggage was Bowser, where he was talking about dinosaurs, the gods that got into Godzilla, into Planet of the Apes, and then up around. But then people wondered, what about Alien and Alien? And this is both the aliens here. That one's a disease, I'm thinking, and that one is actually an alien, but what we don't know. So, and then what we had is Footloose, back on the Footloose again, missing out on positive sympathies. I'll put them in afterwards, I forgot about them. Which is the apex thermometer of that, which is no one actually cares at all. Speak no evil, hear no evil, see no evil. I don't actually see anything. I do. No, little Kevy. This is Matrix Reloaded, which does have some dancing in it. And then we've got Final Fantasy films, Final Fantasy The Spirits Within, which has no dancing in it, but some aliens. And that's the end of it. I mean, we've gone back around. I'm going to add a little bit. I've forgotten about a bit of it, so hold on there for a moment. Okay, back again, and this time, right, this is what I've left out, and then we got some more time on it. Is the sympathetic, empathetic, eroica. I will explain what I mean by that because it's not written down anywhere properly. But it's is it new racial typecasting? And it's you wonder, oh, is it? I think that only does that. What we've got is the game's 13, which is the first one that has a sort of racial. Oh yeah, all right, what? Oh yeah, okay, what? And Bioshock Infinite again, another what on him. Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. What are you doing? And Far Cry 5 again up to there, and what's going on? That stays like that unless someone does come along and become definitely more that without a question mark on it. Possibly because of the definition of eroica, which is what I say is this. it's that if you want to read it. I think that we're done. Is that little Kevin? What do you think? I like it. Yeah, that's really good. I think it might be okay because maybe yeah, I will. All right, yeah, yeah, that's so that's right, and so there we go. I think that's right, Purple Cat. Are we up here? I think we are. Thank you, Joni from the American Tourist Board there, putting everyone to rights where they're playing little American games and having a little bit of fun. But we just good, and I think we're done. We're done. I think that Pearl Jam. What? No, yeah. All right.